So you've done it all. Work hard, save more, cut coffee, eat at home, budget better, yet you're still overwhelmed, trapped, and stuck in survival mode. Think of it this way. You can have the nicest car, but if the engine is broken, you're not going anywhere. I know you've heard a million times, fix your belief, but stay with me because I tried all systems and nothing worked until I fixed the root problem. And the result? A multi seven-figure net worth in less than 7 years, multiple rental properties, no consumer debt, and a thriving, peaceful life without endless hustle. So today is day 15 of our 45-day money reset, and we are diving into the 5 beliefs that are costing you the most, starting with the one that is draining your wealth right now. So go ahead and subscribe because your future self is already in this community. Belief number 1. Lack of self-worth. This is the biggest one. Every time money comes in, you find a way to let it go. You say yes to family when you should say no. You overspend, overlend, and you take on burdens that are not even yours. The underlying problem, a self-worth issue. Until you believe that you're worthy of wealth, no system can save you. How many times have you saved quite a bit of money and from nowhere something comes up and takes it away? A bad business deal, an emergency, and boom, you reset and start all over again. I was exactly there too. I'll lend to people who never paid me back. I'll say yes when everything in me was screaming for me to say no. Because deep down, I did not believe I deserved to keep that money. I had to learn that my worth isn't proven by how much I give away, but by how well I steward what God has given to me. Belief number 2, you are taking generic actions. What works for someone with no family obligation back home will not work for you. Cutting coffee will not fix a $24,000 annual remittance. They tell you cut coffee, meal prep, cancel subscription. I wish that was your problem because that's an easy fix. Your problem is not a $6 coffee that you need to cut up. Your real problem, black tax, emergency remittance, funding multiple families, not knowing the rules of how money works in America, lack of structure and system, and guilt-driven spending. So no more generic advice. Identify your special leaks and tailor your actions accordingly. You can join a community that understands your unique challenges. This is what I do in my free coaching calls. By helping you identify your specific leaks and creating a system to fix it for you. It is personalized and tailored to your own situation. The link is in the description. Belief number 3, your environment is programming you for lack. You heard it growing up. We can't afford it. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. America has its own version of everyone is in debt. The system is rigged. People like us can't get ahead. And all around you, someone is always complaining about money. And you soak all of that in. You cannot out-earn a poverty mindset. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have or how many hours you work. You will find yourself keeping most of your money in the bank account, earning next to nothing while the bank profits off of your funds because you're too afraid to invest and too afraid to also grow. Fear had me in a chokehold for so long. When I started earning money, everyone around me was broke and fearful of investing. Why take financial advice from someone who is broke? So I shifted my mindset and I learned to surround myself with financially successful people. I read lots of books by wealth builders, listened to millionaire podcasts, and joined communities that aligned with the result that I wanted. And everything changed at that point. Belief number 4, you focus on lack instead of abundance. Every morning, your mind is consumed with fear, bills, debt, obligations, emergency. And you forgot that where attention goes, energy flows right there. So when you dwell on lack, you attract more of it, more stress, more emergencies, more experiences that is aligned with lack. When was the last time that you thought about money and actually really feel good about it? Like very rarely, because fear keeps you in panic mode. I was exactly there until I shifted my focus from scarcity, from lack to more abundance. So what I did was every morning I would just focus on the 3 things that I'm so grateful for. Grateful for my children, my marriage, my home, my job. Grateful for all the things. Just focus on things that are actually working. At first, it felt forced, not real, because your brain just wants to focus on things that are not working. But if you keep doing it and doing it, your mindset would evolve and you will start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. So shift from complaining to more gratitude. Every morning, focus on what is actually working, what is there, what is abundant in your life, and that will retrain your mind for abundance. Belief number 5, you are not aligned with your passion. Most African immigrants go into medical field because it pays well, not because they love it. You go to school, you get a degree, and you get a job. And now you hate it. You resent the job, the patient, the long shift, the disrespect, the exhaustion. You dread every single day. You wake up already tired because you know what is waiting for you. And you're wondering why you cannot get ahead financially. Because you cannot thrive in something that you hate doing. You will earn more money, sure, but you will not truly benefit from that money that you're making. Your paycheck would literally become a coping mechanism, leading you to impulse spending and a cycle of exhaustion because you're trying to compensate for the misery of a life that you have created. Align your work with your passion. I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow, but start exploring what you love. Take small steps towards work that bring you joy. Ask yourself, what skill do I have that I actually enjoy? And how can I help other people with that skill? Belief number 6, you ignore your intuition. Your gut urges you to seize the opportunity, to apply for that promotion, to start that business, make that move. But fear holds you back. You even call 100 people who have never done what you're about to do and ask them for advice or their opinion. You Google for hours. You worry about failure and you stay stuck. You are conditioned to play it safe and trust other people's opinion more than yourself. I know that fear too well because as an introvert, I fear judgment, rejection, criticism. Posting a video on YouTube, not in my wildest dream. Never in a million years did I think I would have the boldness to make a video and post on YouTube for others to see. What if they see the cracks, you ask yourself? What about my accent? What if they see my 2 views and think I'm a failure? But I realized that my fear was holding me back from helping others and doing what I love. And I didn't want to be that one guy that buried the talent in the parable of the talent instead of investing it. So you have to start trusting your intuition and take that first step, even if it's small or imperfect. The next step will reveal itself as you make your move forward. Stay consistent and focus on growth, not the result. Next, believe you're holding on to your past money trauma. If you grew up in poverty, instability, financial chaos, your nervous system learned that money equals danger. So as a result, you will reset to zero every month. Every year, you're going to start this new money, new rules, new goal, vision board, all kinds of new things to reset because that feels safe and familiar. I once had a client who would save $10,000 only to spend all of it when something came up. It wasn't bad luck. It was that her nervous system responded to her resetting to zero every time. Because growing up, she witnessed her parents' financial struggles and fight, and her body learned that money was dangerous, and she would push all of it away and reset back to zero because it felt safe. I had to heal my money wounds by journaling, therapy, and self-reflection to release those old patterns. You can also affirm to yourself that you are safe with lots of money. This is what I actually help high earning women do every day. So book a free call. The link is in the description. Belief number 8, you are not giving from a place of gratitude. You give because of pressure, church expectation, family demands, cultural guilt, and over time, this breeds resentment. You feel bitter, you feel used, yet you keep giving because you're forced to give. This isn't generosity. It is bondage that you put yourself in. Resentment is something that can hold you back from really being financially blessed. So set your giving boundaries. For me, it's 10% of my income. And when it's done, when it's finished, I just say, I can't help you anymore till next month. Another thing is that you ask yourself if you're truly helping or enabling someone. You have opened 3 unsuccessful business to or for a family member. Are you really helping them? Or are you enabling their lack of structure, lack of accountability, lack of money management, and a whole lot of skills that they don't have when it comes to business management? Number 9, you have vague financial goals. I want more money. I want to be comfortable. I want financial freedom. Okay. How much is more? What does comfortable look like for you? What's the number for your financial freedom? You don't know because you've never decided. And that is not a goal, that's a wish. Because when it comes to goal, clarity is the key, not vague desires. Here is what you can do. Set specific financial goals. Instead of saying, I will save $10,000 in the next 6 months, you have to say, I will save $1,000 every payday for the next 6 months. Now that is clarity. Don't say, I will pay off $5,000 of my debt by December, because that's still vague. You can say, I will add $500 to my student loan every month and it will be paid off by December. That is specific, measurable, and clear. You write it down, you put a date on it, and you make it very real for your brain. Now, let me say this again. Earning six figures doesn't guarantee financial freedom. In fact, most six-figure earners still feel broke. The foundation is the programming that is running behind the scene. So now that you know why, it's not about budgeting, discipline, trackers, or hard work. The foundation is a program that is running behind the scene. When you fix the foundation before building the systems, amazing things begin to happen with your money. I went from earning $30,000 a year at 35 to building a multi-seven-figure net worth in just 7 years, not by hustling harder, but by addressing the root cause, then building systems that helped me. And I've used that blueprint to help over 3,000 women do the same. Comment down below which of these beliefs resonate with you. If you need a personalized help from someone who understands the culture, the pressure, and has walked in your shoes, book my free strategy call. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.